Welcome back. All month long, we've been talking about credit. And on this Money Monday, we're talking about how to monitor the credit you've already built. Joined this afternoon by Jade Beckman, VP of Consumer Lending at Mountain America Credit Union, who is a man who knows quite a bit about everything. So we turn our eyes to you, Jade, asking about why it's important to monitor your credit. I think it may be a pretty simple answer, but it is important.
It's very important. You're right. I mean, I think, Andrew, knowledge is power, right? So this is whatever's in your credit report, that's what's driving the scores we've been talking about. That's what the lenders are going to be looking at. So, I think it's important that before you go get that mortgage or that car loan, you know what's in there.
There are a lot of ways out there you can actually check your specific credit scores. I know you get like a free check every year.
That's exactly right.
But how often should you be doing it? Should you be doing it more regularly than once a year?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think at least once a year. I mean, that's free, right? But really, if you think about it, that site is annualcreditreport.com, where you can get that free one. There's Experian, there's Equifax, and there's TransUnion. Those are the three major bureaus, and each of them will provide you one a year. So, I really think that you ought to take advantage of each of those, and at least 3 times a year be looking at your credit report.
Call, website, is that the easiest way to get a copy?
I really think the website's the easiest way, that annualcreditreport.com. There's freecreditreport.com and some others, but annualcreditreport's the free one.
You hear about this from time to time, disputing errors where something may have just gotten, it may be a clerical error, it may be paperwork issues or whatever. How do you actually go about disputing that? Do you go through the actual, like say a mortgage company, or do you go through your credit bureaus?
Yeah, that's a great question, and really that's another thing that makes that annual credit report so important, because you can do that right on there as you're looking at your credit report and monitoring and seeing, hey, that's not correct, I was not late on that. You can log that dispute right there, and it goes through the bureau, and then the lender needs to respond to that.
It is fascinating. We talk about fraud all the time because it is such a big thing now, especially with online shopping, credit card use online. Your information is out there. How protected it may be is just a matter of, the places you shop, quite frankly. How do you protect yourself against fraud, specifically regarding your credit?
Well, unfortunately, there's no ironclad answer to that, as you alluded to. However, I think one of the best things you can do is just be aware of what's out there. Our friend Bill Gephardt talks about these phishing scams, these emails that come that are asking you for your Social Security number, your account number, the Nigerian prince thing, things like that. No legitimate financial institution is going to reach out to you and say, Andrew, what's your account number? What's your Social Security number? So, I think being aware of those. And then, things like financial institutions like Mountain America offer some monitoring services where if I have a charge go through on my card, I can get an alert right on my phone and say, yep, I did that one, or no, that wasn't me.
It's definitely a good idea to have more information in this day and age than less, and a couple of good tips and ways to do that at macu.com. You can check out their website for all of these good ways. And again, the free credit report once a year from all of the agencies out there. It's some really good information, something to keep you out there and keep you informed. Jade, appreciate it. Good to see you, bud.
Thanks, Andrew.
Over to you, Laura.